So what's really cool about a lot of these older homes is you can tell a higher end older home had multiple entrances. So this has the front entrance, this also has a side entrance, but it's got this awesome back stairwell. A lot of these older homes that are much closer to the main strips in these cities in New England, they've been around forever. They were built in the 1860s, 1870s, 1880s, 1890s. And so this type of space was really kind of unheard of. In fact, the kitchens used to be these small little places because they would call them butler's pantries because the butler would only go in there. You weren't cooking there, you were having your food prepared for you. What we do is because of modern times, we blow these things out, make sure they're nice and big and spacious. That way, everyone has enough room. You can congregate in the kitchen, you can have an awesome Thanksgiving dinner in there. It's really fantastic because you can put 10 people in that kitchen and everyone still has enough space to move and operate around. We'll take you guys upstairs and walk you guys through the bedrooms upstairs. These houses will actually take up a majority of the land here. This is one of those unique properties that you can find that actually has a massive backyard. That thing is huge, and the really cool thing is people are gonna absolutely dig it when they wanna go outside and spend some time out in the yard in the summertime. So here's the master bedroom. Huge space, right? This ceiling has probably been here for 40 or 50 years when they redid the ceiling. There was nothing wrong with this ceiling, but here's the cool thing. We were able to accent it, some of this nice crown molding. Again, a few $100 for this room. We put up some new wainscoting here to cover the old wainscoting because it was in such bad shape. We were just able to cover right over it, make it look absolutely fantastic, period correct. You paint it, super resilient, really nice, get a ton of extra light in this room. One of the things that we do upstairs in almost all of our places is we actually will put solid core doors. This is a solid, thick wood door. More expensive, yeah, but those garbage hollow core doors that a lot of these places put in, they're just complete and total junk. You slip and lean into one of those things, you're going right through it. This thing, solid core door, you're not gonna have any issues. Now, again, this door might cost you a little over $200 a door. Those hollow cores are maybe 80 or 90 bucks. So over the course of the entire house, yeah, you're gonna spend a little bit more money. But hey, at the end of the day, much better product. If you spend $10,000 more than that guy building on spec and putting together junk stuff, here's what's gonna happen. Your house is gonna sell and his isn't, even if you're at the same price. He'll end up losing those dollars because people wanna buy quality. They just don't wanna have to pay all the money for that quality. So you have to find a way when you're doing these houses to do it on a budget, do it smart, but do better product. That way, if you decide, hey, I'm not gonna sell the house, I'm actually gonna keep this one and rent it out, you're not having to replace doors when people move out because somebody hit through it and it ripped it off the hinges or something like that. These solid core doors, because they're built to carry all the weight of a solid core door and slab, these are much, much stronger hinges. And so you're much less likely to have an issue where this thing's gonna rip off the wall. It's a real concerted effort because this comes as an entire door kit setup. Let's take you into, these are some of the things that you see in some of these older homes where this is really a room with no purpose. It could be a great office, it could be a great playroom, but as you see, it's not a bedroom. The main rule, the reason this isn't a real bedroom, one reason and one reason only, is because you have to pass through different areas to get into it. So because you have to pass through it, it's a pass-through room. However, it's still a room in a house, it's still square footage, it's still finished space, it's still something you can use. Let's take a jump into the bathroom. Some of the things we make sure that we're always doing in a bathroom is when we're actually trying to, come in here and say, hey, what are we gonna do here? We'll have the camera guy just take a quick shot of the toilet. So this is an awesome Gerber toilet. It's what's called a low flow toilet, so it's not gonna use up a bunch of gallons of water. Guys, we don't wanna waste water. It's super expensive, especially off some of these older cities and older infrastructure that we have. So you can end up with a $400 or $500 every 3-month water bill in some of these cases for some of these larger buildings. Anything that you can do to help minimize cost and make it more economical for that homeowner, we wanna do that. So we put in a new toilet. What's that cost? It's about $300 installed, but it's a good quality toilet. It was installed properly. We know the rack ring is good, so we know that we're giving something to that next homeowner or to the next renter, we know that, hey, it's just been replaced, we know it's good, we know it's gonna run right. That's what we wanna make sure we're doing. Here's another great bedroom. Again, just all the same type of detail. You wanna be consistent through. You don't wanna be using different materials, you don't wanna go with different styles. Consistency is key. So, same marble head trim, same refinished floors, same 7 1/4 base. We're doing all the right stuff to make sure that we're putting high quality product in and that we're staying consistent with how we're doing it. Really key. If you're wondering what this stuff is, a lot of times you'll find wire molding. Guys, this is just par for the course. It just happens. You'll see this wire molding. It's because they didn't actually run it in the room beforehand, and that's okay. They can run it outside here, totally legal. You do have to have these wire moldings. You do have to make sure you're using these raised outlets. This is, again, something that if you're going all the way to the studs, you don't want this stuff on the outside, but you do this stuff to make sure that you have it, but don't have to open up the wall. What's going on, everybody? Matt, AKA the Lumberjack. Appreciate you just hitting that link there below. Watch that next video in line and stay tuned for some more cool content coming your way. Thanks, everybody.